Hey chat, how are you guys doing? We need to talk about something that's pretty different from my normal content. So I'm sorry if this comes out as like a little bit of whiplash, but I just watched a particular situation blow up on the internet due to two content creators exposing it, and I'm so glad they did. But it coming to my attention gave me a lot of pent up feelings, and I figured this would be like the perfect place to actually express those feelings, right? So there's a situation going on where a content creator, a streamer, actually died during his stream from the severe amounts of abuse he was facing between his friends. And, like, what are you willing to do for clout? You know? What type of content are you willing to participate in just for the sake of getting some views? I fully stand by that I would much rather stay where I am right now as a small, pretty much unknown creator, making the projects I love just because I like to watch my videos, rather than suffer me or anyone else going through the type of experiences that this person had in particular, just for the sake of money or content or views. If you're an up and coming creator or you're someone who's interested in creating content, the hardest thing you're ever going to have to face, your biggest challenge is always going to be that pressure to make more content and more extreme content in order to appease the crowd. It's something that you're going to feel a lot of pressure for, of like, oh, my content is not as extreme as it should be or as it could be, or maybe I need to like dedicate my time to this topic or stuff like that. And that's how it kind of snowballs. And while it is okay to pursue stuff like that in general, you need to have a firm limit. Like Dave Chappelle has the greatest quote on this of know your price, right? Not only know your price, I want to add an extension to that of there's got to be a limit to what you're willing to do just for the sake of attention. Like if I have to branch out of the stuff I'm comfortable in, there's only certain limits to stuff like that. Like my integrity is important. Genuinely, integrity in respect and pride means way more than whatever views are coming in. Trust me. This poor guy, he spent the last however many years thinking he was with friends, thinking he was with people that like actually cared about him, and he was making content with his buddies and living the dream when he was just constantly under attack and constant abuse from people who are just malicious, nasty humans, genuinely. He eventually lost his life on stream, by the way, are now trying to say they are victims because they're being cyberbullied for it. And you got to be careful about who you make friends with. You really need to be strict about who you spend your time with and who you build relationships with and who you invest your time in your life with, because you don't want that to be you. You don't want to end up in that situation, nor do you want to be the other guys around here bullying and abusing that guy just for the sake of content. I promise, content is not hard to make. If you put the views before the content, you're going to end up doing stupid stuff like that. There's got to be limits. You need to live within your own sphere of integrity, is really the best way. I know I did the square, but fuck it, it's sphere of integrity. You've got to live for something. Your content needs to have meaning, not just for the people that view it, but for you. It needs to ultimately be fulfilling in its own right. Just its existence alone needs to have meaning and purpose. If you only create content for the sake of getting views, it's only a matter of time before that snowball starts to build and gain momentum to where you find you'll lose yourself in that pursuit. You'll be creating content you genuinely don't care about just for the sake of it getting views, and you're gonna end up miserable. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Just make the stuff you love first, because you don't want to end up in situations like that. I don't want to play any of his clips because it's fucking heartbreaking, dude. It's horrible. To think about like so many, there's like 6 people involved in these clips, and all of them are not only perfectly happy and content with directly abusing this man on camera, putting him in chokeholds, and while they're choking him, they're blocking his nose, genuinely putting this man through horrific conditions, all giggling and laughing like it's such a great time, as if this is hilarious, all for the sake of stream content. I promise you guys, this it's not worth it. Take a step back. Think about what matters to you first. Be way more strict and way more considerate about who you spend your time with. You want people that care about you. You don't want to spend your time with people that are willing to use you and sacrifice you for the sake of content. It should be the opposite. It should be you and your social circle and your group creating content with meaning and purpose and integrity. I'm sorry for rambling. I really had a lot to say about the situation because it tore me apart. It is such an incredibly heartbreaking thing to see happen, and I would rather be a 30 view Andy forever for the rest of my life, get no views on my content ever, than ever end up in a situation like that, or end up in a situation where I am complicit in any sort of activity like that. I can't stand it, man. I hope the people involved find justice. I hope they get the justice they need and they deserve, because this is a horrific situation. I don't know. I just wanted to rant and vent my feelings a little bit, so I appreciate you guys hearing me out. I You can't let that happen to you. Honestly, the content is never worth that. Ever. Views and online attention is never worth that. Find something you're passionate about instead and share that with the world. It's going to have much more meaning regardless of how many views it gets. I hope you guys take care, man. Really, take care of yourselves.